Create magical tiny Zen gardens on any balcony. Japanese Oasis design. Welcome back to this calming corner of design, where today's journey is all about crafting a magical tiny Zen garden in the smallest of spaces. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to turn a balcony, a narrow patio, or even a micro courtyard into a serene Japanese-inspired oasis with stone, moss, gravel, and gentle lighting. If you love slow living, quiet beauty, and thoughtful design, tap like, say hello in the comments, and subscribe Enjoyable Garden channel so you never miss these peaceful transformations. Why tiny Zen gardens work in small urban spaces in a small urban home. A tiny Zen garden becomes a visual exhale for the whole space, a quiet counterpoint to city noise and crowded interiors. By concentrating stone, moss, gravel, and one or two sculptural plants, you create a micro-landscape that feels intentional and luxurious rather than cramped or cluttered. Foundation, choosing your tiny Zen garden location before anything else. Decide where this tiny oasis should live. A narrow balcony, a sliver of terrace, a micro courtyard between walls, or a small corner just outside a sliding door. The best spot feels visually calm from inside the home, receives soft, indirect light rather than harsh midday glare, and allows at least a slim pathway so the garden reads as intentional architecture, not a collection of scattered pots. Stone, gravel, and moss. The heart of your Zen language next. Establish the mineral structure of your garden. Stones as mountains, gravel as water, and moss as the soft, living carpet that bridges them together. Choose just a few large stones with character, pale gravel that catches the light, and compact moss cushions that spill slightly over edges to soften every hard line. Balancing hard and soft in a tiny footprint in a tiny Zen garden, the magic lies in balancing hard structure and soft detail so the space feels sculpted rather than busy. Try one strong stone grouping, one clear gravel field, and one or two areas of moss or planting, resisting the urge to add more simply because you have the space. Raked gravel, drawing calm into the surface. Raked gravel is where your tiny garden becomes quietly hypnotic, turning a simple mineral field into a living, graphic surface. In a small footprint, keep patterns simple, broad arcs, straight lines, or circles around one stone, so the design reads clearly from a distance and from indoors. Miniature trees and shrubs for tiny Zen gardens when space is tight. Choose miniature trees and compact shrubs that feel sculptural rather than busy, each acting almost like a living piece of art. Dwarf pines, small Japanese maples, clipped box or myrtle, and carefully pruned shrubs in simple pots bring height and softness without overwhelming the gravel and stone. Bamboo screens, fencing, and subtle boundaries. Bamboo screens and slim fencing are powerful tools for small Zen gardens, creating privacy and a sense of enclosure without feeling heavy or closed in. A simple vertical bamboo panel, even just 1 meter wide, can hide an unattractive wall or railing while instantly adding Japanese character and texture. Layered heights, ground, mid-level, and eye-line think in layers. The ground plane with gravel and stones, the mid-level with moss and planting, and the eye-line defined by screens, railings, and walls. In a tiny space, this layering prevents the garden from feeling flat, giving depth and rhythm even in just 2 or 3 square meters. Water, still basins, reflections, and sound. A water element in a tiny Zen garden doesn't need to be large. A single stone or ceramic basin can introduce reflection, depth, and subtle movement. Positioned correctly, it captures light from windows or lanterns, doubling the sense of space and adding a quiet, liquid counterpoint to gravel and stone. Lighting your tiny Zen garden for evening. Calm, thoughtful lighting transforms a tiny Zen garden at dusk, turning it into a glowing evening tableau that feels almost cinematic through the window. Use warm, low-level lighting, stone lanterns, discrete ground lights, or hidden LED strips to highlight key stones, moss, and foliage without flooding the entire space. Tiny Zen garden on a balcony. Full layout example. Imagine your balcony as a 2.5 m times 1.2 m canvas. Gravel running the full length, a stone group and tree on one side, a water basin on the other, and a slim circulation strip along the interior edge. From inside, this reads as one continuous, composed scene rather than a series of disconnected pots and objects. Micro courtyard Zen garden. Between walls, if you have a tiny pocket between two walls, it can become an intimate Japanese-inspired courtyard, even at just 2 m by 2 m with high walls, a single tree, gravel, and a few stones. The space feels like a private outdoor room, quiet, enclosed, and incredibly atmospheric. Tabletop and tray Zen gardens for micro homes, for truly tiny homes or rented flats. A tray-style Zen garden on a balcony ledge, console, or windowsill gives the same calm language at a miniature scale. A shallow tray, a layer of fine gravel, 3 stones, and a little moss or a tiny plant can deliver that Japanese-inspired stillness without any structural changes. Styling for a lived-in yet serene atmosphere to keep the space feeling lived in, but never messy. Add 1 or 2 subtle lifestyle details. A low tea tray near the door, a folded cushion beside the glass, or a single ceramic object on a bench. These touches suggest quiet use without ever introducing visual noise. Maintenance as a gentle ritual rather than a chore, caring for your tiny Zen garden can become a gentle ritual, straightening gravel lines, trimming moss edges, and washing stones after rain. These small acts of attention keep the garden visually pristine and allow you to reconnect with the textures, colors, and proportions you so carefully composed.